Welcome back to the Citizen channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to Match Report as we look back at Manchester City 5, Newcastle United 0. That'll do, guys, won't it, eh, for now? 8th of May 2022, 4:30 p.m. I've moved the player ratings over onto another vlog, guys, so obviously there's two separate ones. It was getting too long, this Match Report, with 23 minutes, so I've done that. Hope that's okay. Let me know your views anyway. This is just a match report, having a look at the match, how it went, how things are, what's going to happen going forward for us and Newcastle. Yeah, have a look at how they're going to do as well. So my little views on the game, not minute by minute, but the key points and the stats, etc. So we're going to have a look at the game against Newcastle. We'll start with the team. Yeah, I got 7 right. Yeah, a bit low. I mean, I've been usually getting between 9 and 10 recently, or even 11 sometimes. But yeah, so I got 7 right. As Pep really rested, or tried to rest 3 players, he did actually bring certainly Foden on, where obviously he didn't get much of a rest. Did he? Surely could have put one of the younger lads on. I'm not too sure, but at that key time, I suppose. So here's the team: Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko. I had Aki, but obviously Aki just at this point in time is on the bench, but I don't think he's 100% fit, which is a bit weird for me. I don't understand why he's even on the bench if he's not 100% fit, but we're doing some weird things. Perhaps it's because we're just running out of players and we're having to do these things, as simple as that. Rodri, KDB, Gundogan. I had Bernardo in there, but Bernardo was given the day off. That was nice for him. And I've changed his song now to Istanbul, so I was in work, I was having a good laugh there, singing about Istanbul, so I'm trying to get over the Real Madrid game. Grealish was in. I had Foden in that position. Say we did see Foden though, didn't we? Jesus, who I thought would play anyway. And Sterling was in for Mahrez. Yeah, I had Mahrez. So there you go. I got 7 right. So let's just flick through that then. A bit disjointed, that was it. Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodri, KDB, Gundogan, Grealish, Jesus, and Sterling. And on the bench, Aki, not fit. Stefan, Bernardo, Ferner, Mahrez, Foden, Egan, Riley, and Betty, and Palmer. Yeah, Palmer. Why have we not seen Palmer? I mean, why didn't Palmer have a go? But hey, anyway, Pep knows best. Who's in charge, of course? Well, another rubbishy referee, wasn't it? Stuart, well, I've seen worse, but not much. He's not a good referee. On VAR, we had Jared Gilley. I did panic a bit when I think it was the second goal, was it, where Laporte's goal? I thought, surely he's offside, but obviously he wasn't. I was happy with that. On to the match report. Yeah, 8 minutes. Yeah, the first sort of half chance fell for Newcastle, but Ederson fumbled a bit of a weak shot, and Ederson collected it comfortably. A weak shot. It was a header from the header that perhaps he should have done better with. Escapes me who the Newcastle guy was. 10 minutes, yeah, Laporte should have perhaps made it 1-0 for us. I mean, did everything right, found the space, comes zooming in, about, 10 yards out, and sort of blasted it over the bar with his side foot. Perhaps it might have been easier to get it on target. I don't know. He's a defender. He's a defender, guys, but he makes up for it, doesn't he? So we can't have too many complaints. 19 minutes, yes, we did get the first goal. A great cross, wasn't it, by Gundogan. Headed back for Sterling to head home with the keeper. Well, be a superb header back. I forgot who headed it back now, guys. Was it Diaz or Rodri? I can't remember, one of them two. Or Cancelo, it might have been Cancelo even. Yeah, brilliant. I did write it down here, but now I forgot. So, but a great goal, well-worked goal, great header back. And Sterling obviously headed home with the keeper well beat. I'll put it in the text anyway. I've got the name wrong. My apologies, guys. I thought I'd say I did this when I come home last night, and I was rushing to get to bed because I was up at 2 a.m. So I must have missed bits and pieces. My apologies. 24 minutes, yeah, the ball's in our net, isn't it? Obviously, I'm up the other end, so I didn't get a great view of it. But fortunately, it was offside. I've not seen a replay of that, so hopefully it was clearly offside. Well, it was, I've not seen any complaints anyway. Well, obviously, that would have been 1-1, wouldn't it? It would have made a bit more of a game of it. But 38 minutes, of course, Laporte made up for his earlier miss. Yeah, a Diaz shot isn't held by the keeper after he also failed to hold a Gundogan effort from the edge of the area. So yeah, it was a bit of a fumble from the keeper, and Laporte did well and made up to say he was like like something off a shovel. We used to call it in the old days, something off a shovel to get there and score that goal. And I must admit, the commentator that I was listening to on the highlights, to say I was there at the game, but when I was looking at the goal highlights, was sort of saying he thought it might be cancelled out because the goal he had in his hand, but he didn't. He didn't sort of have control of it. So fair enough. So there you go. It's 2-0, half time 2-0. Looking okay for City, but I did think we could perhaps increase the goal difference a little bit. You know, with sometimes these games we sort of control them and just end up winning 2-0 and that's it. But yeah, I think Pep wanted us to increase that goal difference. Of course, we had Diaz off and Ferner on. I mean, we did see Ferner. I was sort of saying, obviously, we were watching Ferner do practicing his heading at half time, so it's obvious he was going in defence. And obviously, we've learnt about Diaz since then, which is a sting in the tail for a great victory, wasn't it? Finding out Diaz is out for the rest of the season. And the game itself, yeah, back to the game. 61 minutes, a Rodri's rocket header. Yeah, he does rockets with his foot and he does them with his head. And as I've said many times, he's a big lad. He should be getting on more of these set pieces and corners. And he started to do it. Perhaps he's listening to me. I'm not too sure. From a great KDB corner, he nips in at the post, and it's 3-0 for City. Quite simple. Could Newcastle have done better? Possibly. But I'll say that Newcastle still have a lot to do, don't they, going forward as well. But we'll chat about that in a minute. 63 minutes, Foden came on for Jesus. He's had a quietish game, I think, Jesus, for him, by his level of nuisance standard anyway. 75-minute yellow card for KDB. He took one, didn't he? He took one for the team, stopping Maximin on the halfway line. I mean, good thing to do. I mean, Maximin is sort of, he always flatters to deceive for me. He does a lot right, but he just doesn't do that final thing. Occasionally he does, but generally he doesn't. So it'd annoy me to hell if he played for City, in all fairness. 83 minutes. Time for Ederson to keep his clean sheet intact and blocks a Wilson effort. Yeah, they cut us open a bit, didn't they, at the back for once? Got him behind us. Great save by Ederson. Great stop with his feet again. He's another, like Rodri saying he should get more free. I've always said Ederson should save more with his feet rather than trying to dive and too late and diving over it, etc. So again, save with his feet on the basis of he made himself big, and obviously it sort of went to his left and he stopped it with his foot. Well done. So another guy must be watching my pods, probably not, or vlogs. 87 minutes, Egan Riley came on for his Premier League debut. Superb. He did a nice thing as well. Listen to my player ratings. And of course, Laporte went off to give him a rest. 87 minutes, very nice. I was sort of half thinking KDB should be taken off, but he wasn't. 90 minutes, it's 4-0. Yeah, Grealish down the left for Zinchenko, whose cross is sort of guided in by Foden. It was like pinball opposite ways, wasn't it? It was just superb. I mean, Foden just put it to the opposite side that he received the ball. It just looked great. It just looked quick, cool and calm. It was just brilliant by all three players, Grealish, Zinchenko and Foden. And 93 minutes again, Grealish was involved with the 1-2 with Foden, and he sort of pulled back for Sterling. He just placed it superbly, didn't he, in the far corner to increase our goal difference and make it a little bit better. +4 over Liverpool, although they are playing Aston Villa on Tuesday night, so they'll probably roll over and get the bellies rubbed, and they'll probably get 5 or 6 goals or something like that. But hey, we can hope, can't we? We can hope that Mr. Gerrard's got some what's the word? Not nous, credibility, something, that he will actually make the effort. I'm sure he'll make the effort against us in the last game of the season. So there you go, guys. A great game. Easy in the end. It didn't start off so easy, as I thought Newcastle played okay, certainly in the first half. Key stats: City shots 21, 9 on target. That's not bad. 7 shots for Newcastle, 3 on target. Not bad for them, although they've done all right at the Etihad the last 2 or 3 times they've been here. Actually, they've done okay, haven't they? They've not been that bad, but so that's probably sort of reasonable. Possession 72% for City. That's a hell of a lot. Pass completion at last. If we want to win this league, want to win these next 3 games, we've got to be up at this figure. 91%. We've got to be up in the high 80s, 89, 90, 91, please, for the next 3 games. If we do that, we can put this league to bed. As we run out of time. Newcastle 77%, which is okay, but I want to see City's possession completion at Wolves, at West Ham, and at home to Villa up in the 90s, please. That'll do for me. yeah, so please check my little ratings. But at the end of it all, we get a man of the match, and I think most people picked him, didn't they? KDB. I would say I was a bit surprised he wasn't taken off, and a bit surprised that he wasn't injured against Real Madrid, because I thought his I thought something must be wrong with him, but obviously it wasn't. He just couldn't make anything of it, which is a bit weird. So, which makes this all the more surprising, just how well he did against Newcastle. All right, Newcastle and Real Madrid, slight difference, obviously, but yeah. But it was let's forget Real Madrid. That's gone. Now we can do about it. Let's forgive it. And this was I thought it's just a great performance by KDB. Just his inner Yaya again was coming out. Plus, he kept the KDB skills as well. Our overall record at home now against Newcastle, we played 85, we won 49, drawn 20 and lost 16. Yes, one of our better records of a team. We played a lot. Scored 172 and let in 82, so even better. That's even better, isn't it? So, yeah, Newcastle going forward. I mean, I think that first half, they played like a team that haven't really got any worries, and they haven't at the moment. They were sat 10th, comfortable. There's no, obviously compared to 3.5, 4 months ago when they were sort of looked as though they could go down, even obviously before the January transfer window, it looked as players might take time to settle in. Howe might need time to settle in, but under Eddie Howe, he's done very, very well, and I think they played like a team with confidence that first half. Yes, they're not up to City standards, so obviously that's why they ended up getting pasted. But I thought they played really well, and say the only big chance he created, I think, was that one that Wilson with that Ederson saved. But yeah, I thought they played okay, and as I say, and there's certainly no worries. There's no pressure on them at the moment. There will be pressure come next year when there's some more, perhaps by some more players, and some of those players that are there are just not good enough, and they're on the way out. And I think that's the problem with the Newcastle team. You can see some okay players, but they need a lot, don't they? I mean, interesting days ahead. I mean, I do expect a lot of incomings. They're always being linked to players continually, haven't they, since the takeover? And of course, I think there'll be outgoings as well. There's certain players on that pitch yesterday I just don't think are good enough to take them to that next level, which they want to do. They want to get into Europe, don't they? Of any type. I mean, obviously, Europe Conference or Europa League, at least top 6, 7. They would try and get that, wouldn't they? So they would try and get in the Europa League at least, unless they do anything special. I can't see him challenging top 4 next season. But obviously the team just needs to strengthen all over the pitch based on what I saw yesterday. As I said, even Maximan's okay, but is he a guy who's going to take him up to that other level? I don't think he is. He's just an okay Premier League player for a mid-table team. I don't think there's many players in that team that I saw yesterday that can go up to that. So it's going to be a steady thing. They can't do it all in one go, can they? They have to be careful of things like FFP if they're talking about Europe, stuff like that. But the club and definitely the fans will be up for it. Expectations will be high. Of course, if they take anything from what we did as a club, they'll do okay if they look at that. But they need to be patient on and off the pitch, and better times should be in the offing. But that team at the moment obviously isn't quite ready. But it was good enough. Well done, Eddie Howe, for keeping them up and say playing with confidence, and they're quite happy at the moment. The fans are happy, so that's all we can ask. And next year, hopefully, hope for them they can take it up another level. As far as us, let's face it, after a low couple of weeks with the FA Cup semi-final and Real Madrid. Pep managed to rest Foden, Bernardo and Mahrez. Okay, but brought Foden on for a while, obviously, in this game. But obviously they'll be fit and lively, hopefully, for the Wolves game, which is a biggie on Wednesday. Another monumental, I call it, monumental game. And we do have to show, I think as a team, we played brilliantly yesterday. Check my player ratings, but I think we played brilliantly as a team. One of the best team displays I've seen for a while from City, and we looked up for it as well. Obviously, the blot on the landscape was losing Diaz, so we no Stones, Walker, and Diaz now. Obviously, we're going to have to perhaps rely on Fernandinho at centre half, because if he's not bringing Aki on yesterday, he's obviously not fit. So it's just, we don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Laporte and Aki start against Wolves, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Laporte and Fernandinho start against Wolves. And if need be, all right, we won't get Phil Foden start at the centre half. I think he joked about that, didn't he? But yeah, as Pep said, if need be, we'll have an academy players. But obviously, why not? Our best form of defence at the moment is probably to play like we did against Newcastle and just our midfield and forward thinking midfield is just play from the front. Play the best means of defence is to attack, and I think that's what we're going to probably have to do for the last 3 games. And hopefully, I mean, if we can get 1 or 2 results and Liverpool drop more points, that'll be even better. But you've got to base it on the fact Liverpool are going to go unbeaten now. So it's still going to be very difficult, even though we are three points clear and have a slightly better goal difference now. So there you go. I don't think the footballing gods are doing us any favours, guys, are they? So we're gonna have to be up for it anyway. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts on the game, guys, and any comments are always very, very welcome. And of course, join me very soon as we chat Wolves, the Wolves preview show and the Wolves odd show, of course. And out there already is the History Boys feature against Wolves back in 2001. Yeah, Kevin Keegan's league leaders visit Molineux, who themselves have got, hopefully will get promoted and even got an outside chance of kicking us off top spot at some stage, with only 3 or 4 games left. So please check out that History Boys feature. That'd be great if you can do that and leave us your comments. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. As I said, check on the player ratings. I took that out because they were getting a bit long. This is now 16 minutes, so this is a little bit longer than I hoped as well, but we'll sort something out over the next, obviously, for next season, etc. But let me know your thoughts. That'd be great to hear from you. Anyway, until we meet again, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.